Hi friends, I hope to find you doing well, and if you're not, that's okay too. Being sad or angry or confused is healthy. The goal is not always to be happy because we're not robots, we're humans here. Even more than that, we're souls in these meat sacks we call bodies. I hope that gave you a chuckle. Thank you for listening in to my story today. And I hope that it resonates with you, or at least lets you have a different perspective. And if you're not, that's okay too. Have you ever been in love? It doesn't have to be a romance, but just having a special person or place or animal that you look forward to seeing again, and you just feel giddy or calm, or that warm feeling of love. I've been told before that I wasn't capable of loving. And it really shocked me because their definition of love doesn't necessarily have to match mine. Even though I truly cared for this individual, and they may have said it out of spite or anger, but how dare they tell me that I don't know how to love, when that's all I've been seeking and working towards and trying to heal, knowing that love is the key. But my response at that time wasn't understanding or wisdom. It was a response or a reaction. How dare you tell me that I don't know how to love? I've put up with ABC, and I've done XYZ, and I've proven myself time and time again. That's me showing you I love you. It might be a cheap version to some people, but when you are raised a certain way, and the only way to equate love is those specific reasons, even though there was a lot of manipulation and a lot of conditions, you do the best with what you have. So my love might be 5 gallons, and the capacity for my friend's love could be 100 gallons. And the individual that I had this argument with more times than I can remember, their love might be 2 gallons. I use quantities because it makes more sense to me. We just don't have the same quantity. And it used to frustrate me, it still does sometimes, that I try the hardest to show that I care about people, and it backfires. And I get blamed for being I don't know, not being myself, I guess. Not being honest with myself. That's something that I need to figure out still. But when I look at my cat and how he chooses to always be close by, usually touching me, his back against mine or his back against my arm or my leg. And once in a while, he'll come up to me and lay down along my side with his front paws over my arm and just look at me with the most sweetest look in his eyes. Pure love. And I think, wow, this is beautiful. This is exactly what I need right now. How did you know that? But he did, and he does. Love is not just you know what people think about Valentine's and stuff. Love is, watching your elderly neighbor garden and realizing that she's not getting around as easily as she used to. And so you go over there and you ask her if she needs help. And you assist her because you look forward to those azaleas blooming every spring. They are so beautiful when you pass her house every day. Or going on a trip to an exotic place and standing on a bridge or at the beach or wherever you're at and just feeling like this is where you belong this very moment. And you can take a breath and you can look out ahead of you and you can just, this is where I'm supposed to be right now. It's like a recognition that you are on the right path. It's one of those reminders that you're back on your path if you felt you weren't on it. One of the biggest things that I've noticed is music. Oh my goodness, there's some music that just gives you that feeling like euphoria. You might feel tingly, maybe high. I kind of think of it like refreshed in a way, because you're vibing with that music, with the lyrics or the guitar or the musician. Whatever that is, that's love. To me, it is, at least. And here I am in my late 30s, working on trying to figure out how to love myself and how to put my name back on my to-do list at the top. Number one. It's really difficult sometimes. But I do love myself. And all those years of random strangers and well-meaning friends and relatives telling me, well, you can't do this until you love yourself first. And I would think, that's ridiculous. That's just some stupid saying. I can only get love from external validations, from people, places, animals. That's the only way that I'm going to be able to refill my cup for love, is from other people. I truly did not understand what they were telling me every time I heard that or read that. You must love yourself before you can allow other people to love you, or, whatever. Love yourself first. I don't know, friends. Some would say that the pandemic really turned around a lot of people's lives, for the good or the bad. And I feel like I've really been kind of starting and stopping, discovering myself and my potential and loving myself since I was, a teenager. And in my 20s, I was really independent, and toward the end of my 20s, I was in a relationship that kind of took that independence away a little bit because I wanted to fit into the box that they had for me. And I lost myself a little bit, a lot sometimes. And I still had no idea how to love myself. He didn't either. And I fell off that path. So this pandemic, it didn't really bother me that I had a lot more time at home. The introvert in me was cool with that. I didn't like the idea that I couldn't go anywhere, like to a restaurant or the store, because it was a restriction that before the pandemic, I was the only one that gave myself the restriction of not wanting to leave my safe haven. So that was, something that bothered me. And then, of course, all of the deaths and all of the political upheaval and this person against this person and this company against this company drama that the media does. But I was also seeing a therapist right before the pandemic started that I really liked, but realized that it was just talk therapy and it wasn't really getting me anywhere. I was paying for someone to listen to me talk for an hour and be nice to me about it. She didn't challenge me, and that's not her fault. She just wasn't the right therapist for me. And with nudging from my friends, my soul sisters, I was sent a different direction of what type of therapist I needed to seek out. And I found her, and she's really allowed me to open up to the idea of healing and loving myself and actually going through the motions of that. Right now in my life, today, I am struggling to stay where I'm at in the relationship that I'm in with a man who I love very dearly. But I know that it's time for me to move on. And I hate that I'm hurting him. But I also know that it's good for both of us that eventually I'm going to part ways with him in less than 4 months when our lease is up. And that I've worried so much about him in various ways. And he would tell me, why? Why are you worrying about me? I'm a grown man. I can take care of this. But the protector in me and the people pleaser in me made it my responsibility to worry. A huge unnecessary burden I put on myself. That's what I did because I wasn't loving myself. That was one of my triggers or coping mechanisms that I have to work on unlearning. Sometimes we have to do things in life to love ourselves more, and they're going to put other people in uncomfortable situations, and they might end up hurting people. Might end up hurting yourself along the way. But just knowing that the goal, my goal, is to veer off the path that I'm currently on with a man that I love so much. But it's just not working. We don't have the same quantity of love. And we don't have the same future visions. And that is okay. I wish him well. I want him to have all the happiness in the world because he deserves it. And so do I. I deserve it too. And that's why I made this decision. And gave him advance notice. I wasn't going to spring it on him. It's not fair. So, just know that love is the key, and I'm still learning about that. I'm still learning how to love myself, no matter how much it might suck or hurt or disappoint others. I hope that you have also been in love, and that on your darkest days you can remember that person or that place or that animal, and that gives you a little hope, and that allows your mind to be at ease. It puts a smile on your face and a twinkle in your eye.